Welcome to MotoGP World. Today, we bring you the latest updates from the heart of MotoGP as 2025 draws to a close, and the teams prepare for what promises to be an exciting 2026 and beyond. First, we focus on Marc Márquez, the 8-time MotoGP World Champion who recently spoke openly about his current situation and future plans. After a challenging season cut short by a shoulder injury sustained in Indonesia, Marquez underwent another surgery, but confirms that his recovery is progressing well. Despite the physical toll of multiple crashes over recent years, he remains determined and hungry to return to the top of the podium. At the premiere of the DAZN docuseries Volvo, which chronicles the toughest moments of his career, Marquez emphasized that while he has a strong desire to continue racing, he must prioritize listening to his body. He acknowledges that injuries mark many athletes' careers and compares his situation to legends like Rafael Nadal and Pau Gasol, who had to take breaks not because of a lack of will, but because their bodies demanded rest. Marc is committed to focusing fully on his rehabilitation this winter, even at the cost of giving up holidays, aiming to return strong for the start of the 2026 season. Interestingly, despite winning the championship in Japan this year, he described feeling a sense of emptiness afterwards, a first in his career. This introspection highlights how the physical and mental demands on riders evolve as their careers progress. Still, Marquez is confident he has the right equipment and mindset to fight for the title again. In related commentary, tennis star Rafael Nadal recently praised Marquez's extraordinary career achievements, noting he has won everything possible and more, underscoring his unique place in motorsport. Meanwhile, the rest of the paddock is also accelerating preparations for the future. KTM has made headlines as the first MotoGP factory to reveal progress on the next big technical leap, the new 850cc engine that will define the era starting in 2027. After unveiling the motor on their dynamometer back in October at the KTM headquarters in Mattighofen, the Austrian manufacturer has now taken the next step with the first on-track tests at Jerez, conducted by their test rider Paul Espargaro. The footage shared on social media showcases the prototype running with new Pirelli tires, highlighting KTM's commitment to lead this transitional phase. This move comes amid a crucial battle to secure the loyalty of their rising star, Pedro Acosta, who was recently close to leaving the team. We continue with more information focused on one of the most talked-about riders this season, Pecco Bagnaia. The 2025 MotoGP season proved to be quite a roller coaster for the Italian rider, who experienced a significant drop in performance that surprised many fans and experts alike. Once a strong contender for the championship, Bagnaia struggled to find consistency and confidence throughout the year. Sylvain Guintoli, former MotoGP rider and current analyst, offered a deep and technical analysis of what happened to Pecco this year. Guintoli highlighted that watching Bagnaia's struggles was difficult even for those observing from the outside, emphasizing how the rider's ongoing issues with the front end of the bike severely hampered his performance. According to Guintoli, the main technical challenge was a loss of sensitivity in the front tire. This directly affected Bagnaia's ability to brake confidently and enter corners smoothly, resulting in frequent errors and a lack of rhythm. This front-end problem also had a psychological impact on the rider, creating a negative cycle that was hard to break. The front tire's feel is crucial in MotoGP because it gives the rider feedback through the handlebars, allowing them to sense how much grip is available. When this connection disappears, trust in the bike diminishes, which leads to cautiousness and further performance drops. In fact, the only bright spot in Bagnaia's difficult season came at Mogi, where everything seemed to click perfectly. He won both the sprint race and the main race there, demonstrating the quality and potential still present in the Ducati GP25. However, this glorious weekend was an exception rather than the rule, as the problems resumed immediately afterward, highlighting the inconsistency that marred his campaign. Gintali points out that despite the harsh reality of the 2025 season, this low point might actually serve as a turning moment for Bagnaia. Coming back from such a tough year could help him return stronger and more motivated in 2026. The hope is that he can rebuild confidence, improve bike setup, and regain the rhythm needed to fight again at the front. With Ducati already announcing their team launch set for January 19 in the Dolomites, where Bagnaia will unveil the new GP26 alongside Marc Márquez, this presents a fresh opportunity. While the 2026 season still uses the current 1000cc regulations, next year's changes to an 850cc engine will shake up the grid starting in 2027. Meanwhile, Bagnaia and Ducati will aim to secure another title, trying to claim a fifth consecutive championship for the Marc. And to finish, we turn our attention to the latest developments off the track with two important stories making waves in the MotoGP world. First, Marc Márquez continues to shine, as he was the star of the FIM Awards ceremony held this past Saturday in Lausanne, Switzerland. Celebrated for his incredible comeback and his 2025 MotoGP World Championship title, Marquez was honored alongside a host of other Spanish champions, including José Antonio Ruda in Moto3 and Tony Boo in Trial GP. The Spanish dominance was clear at this prestigious event that crowns the best in international motorcycle racing each year. Additionally, Marquez participated in the grand opening of the Racing Motorcycle Museum in Mainz, Switzerland. This new museum, housed in the former FIM headquarters, features a stunning collection of historic racing motorcycles. Among the exhibits are legendary machines like Leslie Graham's 1949 AJS 500cc championship bike, Giacomo Agostini's iconic MV Agosta, and notably, Marquez's Ducati from 2025. This museum stands as a living tribute to the rich heritage of motorcycle racing, bridging past and present in the sport's history. Meanwhile, Enea Bastianini provided some cautious but insightful feedback following the first day of testing with KTM in Valencia. Despite finishing last among KTM riders and placing 17th overall, Bastianini remains optimistic about the winter preparations ahead. He tested a variety of new components, including a highly anticipated new ergonomic seat, which showed promising initial results. The seat is designed to be lower and more comfortable, though it requires further refinement. Bastianini also experimented with two different bike configurations, aiming to find the best balance for the upcoming season. He acknowledged that limited track time and a tight 3.5-hour session affected his ability to extract the best performance, but emphasized the importance of this testing phase to lay the groundwork for winter development. Looking ahead, Bastianini is preparing for the upcoming tests in Malaysia, which will be crucial to solidifying the bike setup and boosting his confidence for 2026. His growing experience with the KTM machine is helping him better communicate with the team and make targeted improvements, showing a clear path for progress despite the modest start. These stories highlight the dual nature of the sport in this off-season period, where celebration of past achievement meets the hard work of preparation for the challenges ahead. Marc Márquez's